Yes, there's a delay.
Rude. That's one of my friends who said I can count the but-ums because in my home group, every time I say but-um, they go like it's a cymbal crash. Okay, so, third time's a charm. Tuning in tonight with Geek Unleashed. My name is Alex Thomas, and I'm going to be your game master as we unveil the first episode of Heroes Incorporated. And I'm very excited to be playing with this group of players tonight that we have assembled from all across the world. I mean, you guys are from all over the country and Canada. We're going to be playing Mutants and Masterminds in great setting of Freedom City, courtesy of Green Ronin. And I think we should just go ahead and get started. So sorry for the delay, everyone. So we're going to go around the table, and everybody is going to basically give a little scene about who your character is and where you are when you hear the advertisement for Heroes Incorporated. Does anyone want to volunteer to go first, or should I pick numbers?
I'm the speedster. I should go first.
I don't know. I thought speedsters were always late.
Well, that's the other. Yeah. First or last, you decide. All right. So it's a chilly spring day on the waterfront, and some jokers have decided that what the heck? Let's rob the jewelry store at the Pier 2 shopping center. Sonic boom, a flash of orange, and would-be jewel thieves are all wrapped up, waiting for the police. And our intrepid young speedster sees a billboard, and he's been pondering some career choices lately, and maybe Heroes Incorporated is just what he's looking for. And then he's out.
Off to do his next thing.
Yeah.
Guardian, what are you up to?
Currently walking through Freedom City down I can't remember which of the southern rivers it is, but the streets around that way. It's near his home in Green Bank. Just kind of pondering things. He's got his ex has custody of their 2 kids. He doesn't necessarily mind that. He kind of agrees with it. He wants to support them, even though she's not asking for money. And it's just hard for him to keep jobs for various reasons. So he's headed towards Riverfront Park, where there's the huge 100-foot marble statue of Centurion who died to save the city and the world back in 1996, and just sort of an inspirational thing in there. He's got these powers now, just recently got them. Not sure really what he can do with them though, but seeing that statue makes him determined to sort of turn a corner in his life and start making people in his life proud of him.
Well, as you're walking and pondering, there is a ring on your cell phone.
Okay, pick it up.
And it is your parole officer on the call.
Oh. Yeah, what's up?
Says, hey, Sean, I hear you're having trouble keeping down a job. I hear you just lost another one. What happened?
Same thing as last time. There's, nobody wants to have the ex-con when people without records are applying for dishwashing jobs. So, it is what it is. And then I kind of look up and see I see another alert on my phone come up, and it's a flash ad for Heroes Incorporated. It's like, well, there might be some more options, though. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my nose clean,
Hey, buddy, you keep your head up. Why don't we go ahead and stop by Champions this week? We'll grab a burger and we'll talk about some job opportunities. Maybe look at your application again.
Okay, sounds good.
Have a good one. Vixen, what are you up to?
I'm in the middle of the alley, and there's some thieves that ran away from a bank. And I'm saying, guys, just down your guns. We don't have to do this the hard way if you don't want to. And one of them shoots at me, and I dodge it, and it ricochets off of a wall into a dumpster. I'm like, that wasn't very nice, was it? And then I parkour off the wall, kick him in the side of the head, and I bounce off of him and land on his body and punch him in the face. And then I hear in my earpiece that Ellis is trying to get a hold of me, and I'm like, what? What was that you said?
Hey, did you hear about this Heroes Incorporated thing? I think that might not be a bad idea.
I don't know. Michael Gold seems kind of sleazy.
Isn't every guy sleazy?
To some degree, yeah.
His money spends, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll check it out. I mean, it can't really hurt much.
Yeah, let me know if there's a referral program. Maybe we'll double up.
Maybe. Well, I've got some guys that I need to wrap up with here. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Have a good day.
You too.
Chance, what are you up to?
Chance is at school right now, just leaving her psychology class, and she's enjoying the nice, cool spring day, and checks her phone. The phone is beeping, and she normally gets alerts for the news, and she reads it and sees the opportunity for Heroes Incorporated. So she gives her dad a call. So her dad is
ring.
ring, 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 ring.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, Daddy. How's it going?
Oh, you know, living another beautiful day here in Freedom City, feeling my bones get older by the second.
Aw. Well, I just checked the news, and there's this ad for Heroes Incorporated, and I'm thinking that it might be a good thing, maybe, and I wanted to know what you thought.
Is that thing that big dude started up? What's his name? Tauro?
Colosso, yeah.
I don't know. I think he's just in it for the wrong reasons. Aren't you supposed to just be a hero? Like, why's money got to be involved?
Well, I don't need to do it for the money. I do want to do it because it's the right thing to do.
Well, at
And
least
I
make
mean-
sure there's benefits.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Daddy.
Mortis, what are you up to?
It's later in the evening and off by the campus area, patrolling around looking for trouble. When I spot a group of guys beating up some kid in the alleyway, I ghost on, float on down, and get a little closer to see what's going on. It looks like it's about 4-on-1, so I reach out and grab hold of them with some ethereal energies, wrap around them. I slam them across the alleyway into the wall, and they all stand up and recover and start taking off down the alleyway. And I just blast them further down and let them go, because I'm more concerned about the kid on the ground. He's been beat pretty bad, so I reach in the phone, pull out the phone, do the 911 thing, and as I'm ghost up and float on top of the building just to make sure that they don't come back while I'm waiting in the ambulance, I see a flyer someone's ripped down with the Hero Incorporated information.
And Nick materializes from the vault. You know, it's real nice seeing you do the good guy thing for once. Is it still weird for you too?
We'll see. It's all new to me.
Well, I think those guys will probably be a good opportunity to do some good and maybe, pocket a couple extra bucks.
Wouldn't hurt.
You're not exactly paying our half of the rent anymore, are you?
And are you not like you are either?
Not a lot of jobs for ghosts in the world. I keep trying to haunt the Burger King, but everybody's like, "Arr." So that brings us to Michael, the intrepid leader of Heroes Incorporated.
All right. Cut to a bar. One of those old ones, been around from like the 70s. There's like 3 regulars there all the time. Michael's sitting at the bar. His business suit is folded in the stool next to him, and he's watching his own announcement on the television when Daedalus arrives.
He walks over and he sits down beside you, and he looks sort of grimly at you. Do you really think it's a good idea for you to be opening this can of worms?
Going to do a lot better than your team will.
I wasn't aware my team was doing a bad job.
My father lost his life on your crusade, and I didn't get an explanation or an apology.
Your father knew what he was signing up for. Same as Centurion, same as me. This isn't a job with a good retirement plan, son. This is saving the world. And I don't know that opening it up to opportunistic, inexperienced rookies is a good idea just because you think that I'm not keeping a good enough eye on Freedom City. Believe me, I have people here keeping an eye on things.
I put a 20 on the bar and slide it towards the bartender. Say, thanks, Frankie. And I stand and I put my coat on, my jacket, and at least the city knows who I am and what I do. Can't say the same for your team. And I walk to the door, and there's a picture on the wall. I just kind of pause there and I just touch it, my hand for a minute. We're going to be a good team. Just you watch. And I exit.
You're pretty sure you hear a mutter under his breath, just try not to get a big head.
No. Too late.
And that brings us to pretty much the next day. All of you guys collectively call in to the number presented for Heroes Incorporated. And you speak to a very professional sounding woman, and you're all given interview times the following day. Whenever you guys get down there, there are probably 50 to 100 people in bright costumes waiting in line to get in for their interviews.
And then there's probably people like me who are with like generic street clothes and some, literally a Party City like domino mask with the elastic band as a kind of the identity. What do I know about making a superhero costume? Or even where to get the material?
Where do you buy space age spandex?
From
There's
the
gotta
guy
be
from the guy that Colosso.
There's got to be an Under Armour outlet somewhere around here.
So you guys wait your turn for your interviews. They do have a person who's sort of walking up and down the line, and they're passing out pints of Dairy Goddess ice cream. Just to sort of get the line hyped, and they're also bringing you guys your initial paperwork to fill out while you're waiting in line. People are using each other's backs as clipboards, and everybody's spirit is very American Idol and very not a job interview.
Yeah.
Vixen, your interview is first.
Okay.
And you come into the startup building that Heroes Incorporated is based out of. It's sort of it's a 3-story office building, and they've rented all 3 floors. They take you up to the penthouse area.
Can you have a penthouse in a 3-story building?
Technically,
Michael Gold gets what he wants.
If he wants to call it a penthouse, he can call it a penthouse.
We're moving on up, but it's a very short trip up.
there is a woman standing beside. Colosso, you're a public figure, right? People know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a woman with a tight blonde bun with a couple of pencils stuck in the back with a clipboard and a nice pressed pantsuit. sitting beside somebody you recognize as the legendary superhero Colosso.
Mm.
Legendary being
In
a
his own mind.
operative term.
Right.
The gigantic hero
Yes.
with a gigantic legacy.
And the woman says, "My name is
It's
Honey.
a huge
Please-"
legacy, the biggest. You won't believe how big it is.
Oh, oof. The woman in the pantsuit gestures you to come and sit down in front of them, in front of the desk that they're sitting at.
I sit down with my ankles crossed and my knees kind of off to the side, kind of, sort of ladylike.
Yeah. How are you dressed? What do you look like?
I'm dressed in a kind of reddish orange cat suit with a red wig. I have contacts in that make my eyes look like fox eyes. I have ears. I have a tail. Alright. This switches. And my cat suit goes like this, kind of.
Mr. Colosso, this lovely young lady, her name is Vixen.
Oh. Please have a seat. I stand up and gesture to the seat across from us.
I've already sat down.
Vixen, is that an alias or is that your legal name? And is it private?
I'd rather not say.
Fair enough. Can you tell me what is the origin of your power and what can you bring to this team?
The origin of my power is just a bunch of hard work and effort. I hit things mostly, and sometimes I can be a bit of a distraction.
She's kind of like the Raven.
Gotcha.
I think she needs a cape.
She needs a brightly colored teen psychic.
No capes.
What about a
Okay.
mask?
No masks.
Can you think of a situation, my dear, where you've gone above and beyond for a customer?
What?
I'm a hero. I'm not a whore.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Her
I'll have to remember-
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I gotta remember that for my next job interview.
Wow.
No further questions from me.
What sort of crime do you fight on a regular basis?
Right now it's more low end. I try to make sure that, the back alleys and stuff that most superheroes don't really pay that much attention to are cleared up, and and every once in a while there'll be a little bit of art crime, and I kind of like to make sure that art gets back where it belongs.
Okay. And how long have you been superheroing? Or fighting crime?
I don't know, about a year and a half. It's kind of hard to keep track.
Alright, well, no further questions from me. We have, as you see, a lot of people to interview today.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll get back to you in a couple of days.
She
And
gets
as
up.
Vixen... Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
She gets up and she offers Michael her hand.
Sorry, I take your hand.
She shakes
I
it.
was dealing with chat. I'm sorry.
She shakes his hand,
Okay.
and then she turns away. Her tail swooshes, and she heads out.
Honey kind of leans in and she's like, I like her, but I think she hates me.
You'll grow on her.
That's a bad joke. Overdrive, you're led in next.
Okay. I will, of course, have to zip in a little bit, stir some papers up because you always got to announce your sort of. Colosso, sort of striding forward, sticking a hand out. Nice to meet you.
And you are.
Overdrive. May see me around town last couple years. Keeping the streets safe, like we heroes do.
Yeah, he has no clue.
I look high pockets. I know, when you grow, it's hard to see the street, but down here, trust me.
Mr. Overdrive, what is your costume like?
It's red and orange with lightning bolt motifs. Super tacky, absolutely.
That sounds familiar. I don't know where I've heard of that before.
Yeah, the top is open, and there's a mop of that. The 90s are over, but no one's told Overdrive yet, because you gotta have that windblown look when you are a speedster. So
Yeah, you're gonna make it so the TV show requires a wind machine.
pretty much, yeah.
Well, at least he passes the 80% copyright test.
Mr. Overdrive, do you have a nemesis?
That's a loaded question. Deadlines? No, sir, ma'am, no, ma'am, no deadline or nemesis. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? He's obviously seizing up. This seemed like a good idea, but now he's like, So
Have you ever actually been in a fight before? It's important for our liability papers.
I mean, just yesterday, I wrapped up some criminals down on Pier 2. Didn't you see that in the news? It was on the local news. I'm sure of it. Maybe
there was a
maybe
bigger
like a
story that
sidebar,
went
like around
afterwards.
6:30. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, I stop crime all the time. I mean, how can you miss me in this suit? I mean, seriously.
I'm trying not to. Why do you want to be a superhero?
Well, I mean, I think it's important to use your powers to, make the world a better place.
Do you have any questions for him, Mr. Colosso?
Do women always make you that nervous?
Not always.
All right. Well, that's good for me.
Okay. So you have dental, right? I mean, that's part of the deal, dental and eye insurance. Okay, I'll save this for later for the second interview. All right. And zip out again.
I like that he assumes he's getting a second interview. It's good energy.
I agree.
Mortis, you're in next.
Okay. I walk on in and survey the room.
Honey kind of sits back a little bit when she sees you. She a gleam of recognition in her eyes. What are you dressed as?
I am in a black bodysuit with a gray gloves and boots that are kind of all ripped and tattered near the tops, and a tattered cloak that kind of wraps around and comes over like a cowl.
Fancy. She kind of looks up at you and says, "Hello, Mr. Mortis. Please sit down."
Certainly.
His friends call him Rigger.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Mr. Mortis, I guess my first question is, if you could be any animal, what would you be?
A raven.
Is it because you hold grudges?
No, because we blend in everywhere and no one expects us to be smart as we are.
And do you have any brand restrictions? Because it kind of looks like you're in the Hot Topic crowd.
Ow.
I mean, is goth still a thing?
Ouch. My interview was coarse. Wow.
Not everybody's going to be an endorsement figure. I mean, we have lots of. Wow, he's really spooky. Colosso, do you have any questions?
What demographic do you find yourself connecting with the most?
Well, I'm normally around the north side area right now with the campus. I'm patrolling the campus, keeping it safe.
Are you a student?
No, not currently.
Do you have plans of becoming a student? Because we're looking at workshopping tuition reimbursement as a benefit.
Wouldn't be opposed to it.
Are you a minor?
What was that?
Are you a minor?
No. That ship sailed.
I don't think I have anything else, Mr. Colosso, unless you can think of something.
So, what are your powers exactly?
I can tap into the energies from beyond. Basically, I'm a living ghost. And with that, I will face backwards to the chair.
That's a neat trick. How do you do that? Is there like a trick chair? Honey, did we bring a trick chair in here?
No. He's a ghost.
Not always. Put my hand on it and move the chair aside.
He's good. I know. Never ask a magician his tricks. It's fine.
Anything else you want to see?
What else can you do?
I float up off the ground, a couple inches off the ground. I can also move, and I reach over and just kind of push my hand towards it without touching the chair and slide the chair across the room.
He's got a lot of powers. I think we...
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that, but I think we like him.
Okay. Well, we'll be in touch. Thank you for your time.
Certainly. I turn and I leave, and I don't open the door when I leave.
Oh, that's so cool.
What is it about this town? Chance, you come in next.
Okay, door opens, and Chance very quickly and smoothly backflips into the room and ends in a jumping landing position with her staff. And she looks up and she says, "I'm the hero, Chance."
I think the German judge just gave you 7.
Now
I
that is an
didn't
entrance.
to try harder. How is everybody?
Great, you're the first person to ask that.
Oh, well, thanks.
Please, sit down.
Okay, so Chance sits down, crosses her legs, and her staff disappears into a little metal pipe thingy, kind of like a lightsaber would.
That's pretty cool. So, is your thing like magic stick? Is that your
Magic
stick?
Sort of. It was given to me by my father. He's the hero Validus.
Oh, you're a legacy hero. Okay. I appreciate you not calling yourself Validus too, because that's really confusing for our branding.
Okay. There might be some copyright there somewhere as well, I think.
That ring on your finger.
Yeah.
What's that do?
Chance tugs at the ring. It's not coming off, and she looks up with a embarrassed smile. This is the ring of balance, she says. It's a luck ring, and you never know what kind of luck it's going to give you.
What do you mean? Like it gives you good luck and bad luck?
Pretty much, it's kind of like karma, where if you do a lot of really good things, something bad's gonna happen to balance it out.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said if you do a lot of good things, something bad will happen?
Yes, and if a lot of bad things happen, something really good will happen.
So, if selected for this position, are you going to do a lot of good things and a lot of bad things?
I will try to do my best at everything. And you take the good with the bad, and you learn from the bad.
That answer was more about quality than morality, but okay. My other question is, what are your dreams about? What do you long for?
I want to be as good of a hero as my father was, if not better. He's been a hero for a couple 100 years now, and I have some big shoes to fill.
Multiple century daddy issues. I can sort of relate to that.
Okay, at least someone can.
Mr. Quasso, do you have any more questions for Miss Chance here?
No, not at all. You have quite the look.
Oh, thank you. Chance's costume is orange. It's like a strapless swimsuit with a red belt and a black star on the belt. Thigh-high orange boots, which are flat-footed, not heels, and little red gloves.
Well, I don't know if I have any
stand
further
to shake
questions.
your hand and unlock my copy of her.
Oh.
Oh, is that
Oh, you don't. No, that's me. Chance slides over and reaches out and grabs the coffee. But then as she's getting up, she accidentally drops the coffee. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We'll get somebody for that. That's fine.
Okay. So she shakes Colosso's hand. And she offers her hand to the blonde lady whose name I can't remember.
Honey.
Honey. She offers her hand to Honey.
She'll shake.
Yay.
She looks a little skeptical at first, like, what's going to happen to me if I touch you?
Oh, thank you so much for this, both of you. I really hope that we get to work together in the future.
We will let you know in a couple of days.
Yes.
Thank you. And she walks out with a bit of a swagger.
And as she leaves, Honey leans over to Colosso and she's like, if we hire her, I'm never going to know when a bad day is just a bad day.
I agree.
Guardian, you're actually the last interview.
Okay, but not like I've got anything better to do.
Yeah, you. It takes about 7 hours to get through everybody who's in line.
Right.
And Honey is sort of... She's taken off the suit jacket at this point when you're coming in and the sun's starting to go down.
Mm-hmm.
She says, and last but not least, we have... Did you write down your hero name or your...
The hero name, yeah. And I'm coming in wearing a Freedom City Comets jersey, which is the baseball team. And like I said, the cheap plastic, $1.99 domino mask with the elastic band.
We have Guardian coming in.
I stand to shake your hand.
Shake hands. And
do you fight crime wearing that?
To be honest, I haven't done any crime fighting. I got my powers like 3-4 days ago. So it's been kind of wondering what to do and figured this is the right thing to do.
Do you know what your powers are?
I can fly. I'm super strong, super tough.
How tough?
Relatively bulletproof.
How did you find that out?
I didn't shoot myself.
You shot yourself? Oh, okay.
No, I said I didn't shoot myself, if that's what you're asking. just happened in, fight. Took some pretty hard hits and
Okay.
What is the origin of your powers?
exposure to something. Don't know what.
You said the name was Guardian. What significance does that have?
I'm a Green Bank guy. It's not the nicest part of Freedom City. It's got a lot of issues, and not too happy to say that I was part of those issues when I was a kid. Trying to do better and turn the life around. Stand up and be somebody that people that are in my life can be proud of.
So, Mr. Guardian, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully still alive. But, life's rough. And you can't really depend on, retiring out, especially when you're in this kind of a line of work. So, I hope to just keep it going, keep doing what I can to protect people and, make my family proud.
Honey teared up a little bit. I don't think I have any further questions, unless you can think of something, Mr. Colosso.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry I don't have a fancy suit or anything, but it's not like there's a Heroes R Us outlet in Green Bank.
Well, I have a guy.
I kind of figured that you know how to set up for costuming and stuff like that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Guardian. We'll be in touch.
Thanks. Okay.
Well, I like him a lot more than the spider guy. So Michael and Honey, you guys sort of collaborate over the next couple of days trying to suss out who is going to be on the team. And after a lot of deliberation, you send an email out to the 6 people who are assembled here, minus yourself.
Right.
You let yourself know that you made the cut. You were in complete shock until that moment.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Oh, am I still muted? Oh, okay.
Okay, so did the people out there in streaming land hear the explanation? No. Take 2?
So the pay stub situation, you don't have to worry about it. We have an encrypted computer that allows you to put in pay requests as your alias, and then it's transferred to your bank account, and that information is not shared with myself.
Okay, good.
I would be lying if I said that Colosso wouldn't have access to that information, but
Yeah,
he's the CEO of the company.
right. And I do admit to the rather extensive juvenile record and also the conviction for armed robbery that I've spent the last 5 years in prison.
Don't worry, Mr. Guardian. I assure you, you're not the only member on the team with a checkered past.
Okay.
What matters is you want to do good now.
Right. It's kind of like, that's why I didn't really want to try out for Freedom League, because, they've got enough problems with 2 of their members just being different. Imagine someone with a criminal record trying to get on the team.
Well, we have a saying here at Heroes Incorporated, freedom who? So that brings you guys to your first day on the job. You're brought in for orientation the following Monday.
Mhm.
Okay.
and all of you guys come into the same training room together.
And
Chance
I'm
gives
guessing
everyone a nice warm smile.
I actually now have a super suit.
Yeah, you have a super suit
Okay.
now.
Right, which is primarily white with some red accents and a red full face mask, cape. Very snazzy.
The ex-cons both have capes. I don't know what
Yeah.
that means.
Also, because someone's insisting on type of figure out, put on it now.
Honey does come into the training room, and she's wearing sort of a visor and a white like tennis outfit now. And she says, "Welcome to Heroes Incorporated, everyone. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to each other. You're the lucky few who made the cut out of the hundreds of almost superheroes and sidekicks in this town."
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for other people to talk.
Vixen's eyes kind of shift around the room, kind of analyzing everyone. She goes, "I'm Vixen. It's a pleasure."
Guardian.
Chance.
Overdrive.
Mortis.
Chance puts her hands behind her back and sort of fidgets on one foot, kind of like, okay, this is awkward.
Feel free, boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So what if someone starts using the app to lure us to a scene for an ambush?
That is
What
quite
he said.
worrying. I could see where this app would be used for, like, I don't know, just like kids wanting selfies too. Like, look, I got a selfie with Colossus. That's so cool.
Okay.
Almost
what
as
if-
if on cue, a police officer walks into the room. He's wearing civilian clothes, and he's sort of a he's got a bright smile on his face, and he says, "Hi, my name's Drew Freeman. I'm the Heroes Incorporated police liaison. So I'm the one who's in charge of making sure everything stays on the up and up, and make sure that you guys are safe and not doing anything that the mayor wouldn't agree with while we're here."
And what if someone reports on the app to us, but they don't call the police? Yes, sir.
Honey says, "I assure you that the app is in development, and these are all issues that we will be addressing in the coming patch notes."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For now, we're sort of going on the assumption that the people of Freedom City are good-natured, generally.
So cynical. Everyone's so cynical.
Some
Well,
places, yeah. Some
If all the
No.
citizens of Freedom City were good natured, we wouldn't be here, would we?
She still hates me! I will... Honey's been taking notes. She's like, I will pass this along to the developers, and I'll see what they can come up with as good answers for your questions.
All right, so I guess what are we doing here right now? Like training or something?
Well, actually, the app begins to blink,
Mhm.
Okay.
and it looks like somebody is calling for assistance in the south side.
Okay.
You want me to scout it out, boss? Sure.
Okay. We got like a jet or something.
There is a renovated food truck that you bought for very cheap, Michael, that has the Heroes Incorporated logo painted on the side.
And snacks in the back.
Right.
On the side it says Golds, Heroes, and Hoagies.
It's another failed business venture.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm
Can I
sure
just take my bike?
Go-
Because I rode my motorcycle here. Can I take that instead of one of the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Honey will walk over to the big computer that you guys have, and she says, "I'll keep an eye on things from here. Have a good first mission, team."
All right.
Okay, thank you.
I fly out. I guess I'm probably going to be able to semi-keep pace with Overdrive.
Chance takes the stairs, jumping down each little flight to save time, and gets on her motorcycle and gets on her way.
I will try to follow the boss's directive, but I'm going to feel that need to be just a little ahead of everybody else.
What's your speed? Your running speed?
64,000 miles an hour. I'm going to keep it below that because I don't want to break any windows.
Yeah,
Keep it on the.
I'm
Keep it
at
city safe.
yeah, I'm at 1,000 miles an hour speed, so you're definitely faster than me. But it's like, okay, we're gonna be the first two.
Charity
Right.
Guardian.
What?
That was for Charity Guardian.
So yeah, keep it a nice smooth 1,001 miles an hour. Just just a little.
Exactly. Oh no! It's another race between the flying brick and the speedster.
Tropes. We're all about tropes here.
Exactly.
Rob, I have a handout.
Okay.
It is available for the players.
I reached for the
There it is.
handout.
They can see it on the screen.
Yeah, it pops up on D20 on roll
There we
20.
go. Yeah.
There it
Oh,
is.
cool.
Very
Oh,
nice.
by the way, I step out after everyone leaves, and I activate my ability. Full 42
Okay.
feet.
I am going to jump off the building onto Michael's shoulder because I'm not very fast. So I'm just gonna ride Michael. Onward, gallant steed!
You're the boss of me.
We'll see about that.
So, Mortis, how are you getting there? Are you just
I'm-
keeping up?
I just zip through the wall and fly off towards the pit line.
Cool. So all of you guys, through the magic of comic book logic, arrive at this place at the same time.
Whee!
And it's sort of a rundown. Warehouse outside of out on the south side of town near the river. There is a logo on the side that says Majestic Industries.
Sounds majestic.
Majestic Industries Waste Facility is what it says underneath.
It's gross.
And
Hopefully I can outrun the smell.
standing outside is a very nervous, older security guard who's kind of looking around, looking like he's waiting for something. He's kind of bent over, he's got a hat on, he's got sunglasses. And he does have a cell phone in his hand.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Does he look like Stan Lee?
I was just going to mention that.
He looks similar but legally distinct to Stanley.
Very important.
I downsize and say, "Greetings, citizen. You called."
I guess I have to jump off Michael if he's going to shrink.
Now this is a family-friendly show. I don't know what's going on.
I said downsize, not shrink.
He's all about the corporate lingo.
Are you guys Heroes Incorporated?
Yes,
of course.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the one who called this in. I got something I need you guys to keep a secret inside. It's real bad.
Is it what's making the smell?
No. That's a byproduct of the nature of the business I work in.
Okay, just making sure.
Maybe it's better if I just show you. And he
Sounds sketchy.
He doesn't walk into the door of the building. He walks around the side and sort of gestures for you guys to follow him.
I guess I'll follow him.
Yeah, moving at old timer's pace is killing me, but
Yeah. Hang on a second.
hopping back and forth from one foot to the other. Come on.
It's like an escort mission, and you're just like running around him.
Oh, I hate that. Will you guys go ahead and add another hero point too while I'm thinking about it? So you guys should have 2 hero points at this point. In chance, I believe you have 3 luck points. If
Okay.
you have this somewhere, you can make a note of that.
Okay.
Real quick for the people who haven't played Mutants and Masterminds before, hero points, they can be used to do a reroll. So if you reroll a dice, if you don't like what you got, you can reroll the dice. If you use a hero point to do a reroll, you can't get less than 11. So if you get 1 through 10, you get to add 10. You can also use them to edit the scene. So say we were fighting a plant-based villain, you could say, hey, the gardener left some herbicide out, I'm going to use that to attack our plants. Or you can use your powers in a way that's not written on your sheet. So like, for instance, if you had some bat shark repellent in your helicopter and you wanted to use that. And you get those for good role-playing jokes I think are funny. Good descriptions, pretty much anything. I'm not real stingy with them, so don't feel like you have to hold on to them because you can't take them home. Okay, so the old man is leading you guys along his way.
Okay, Chance is following, looking over her shoulder, looking around, just keeping track of everything.
So if I make a roll, am I doing that?
So yeah, if this is our first roll of the campaign, so good luck. That's good news.
Okay. So, but I'm still rolling in roll 20, right?
Yes, still rolling in roll 20.
Okay, so how do I accomplish that since I'm still getting used to roll?
Just type /roll d20 plus your modifier.
Is you rolling the skill?
He is rolling
Yes.
skill.
It's on your character sheet. There's a button. You just press the
right.
skill.
That's
Okay.
sorcery.
It's amazing.
That's a different character.
Okay, where do I see the result at?
You got a 21.
Oh, okay.
So with the 21 on your Freedom City Underworld check, you know that Majestic Industries is a legitimate business, but it does have some ties to organized crime.
Okay, so it's still legitimate, not fully legitimate.
Right. It deals mostly in heavy chemicals and industrial waste.
Okay.
And other manufacturing plants and stuff like that.
Now, just out of curiosity, where on roll 20 do I see the result of that roll?
It's in your chat bar.
It's right above the window where you roll. Oh, sorry, you have to leave the character sheet.
I'll be open.
Come back out to the table.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay.
Awesome. So, you guys follow the old man around back, and there is a gaping hole in the side of this warehouse.
I'm not quite sure that's supposed to be there. I don't know. I didn't major in architecture, but I'm pretty sure that most buildings don't have holes.
That's true. That's why I called you guys, but I didn't want to... You see, my boss is kind of tough, and I didn't really want to tell him that something happened unless somebody had an answer for him. And the hole beyond, the whole rim of the hole in the wall is coated in a thin layer of ice and frost. And the bricks have exploded into the building.
So they've exploded inward, like something came in through the wall instead of going out.
Right, like something came into the wall.
Okay.
There are a few frozen people standing around, and there is a large machine that has been frozen inside. What would you guys like to do?
Would you by chance have cameras that would monitor this area?
I think so.
The
May be
people
useful.
the people that appear frozen. Can I spend one of my 2 hero points? I want to stunt my instead of an attack, I want to like sort of generate heat and thaw them out in a 30-foot radius. It's selective, so I don't like roast the people who aren't frozen.
Yeah, go ahead, spend a hero point.
Okay.
And you don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to evacuate that are still kind of sluggish, but don't need to be thawed out.
Okay. The people do thaw out after a second. They're shivering, they're very cold, and it looks like they're scientists. They're wearing white lab coats, ties, jackets, stuff like that. And they look at you guys and they sort of panic.
Hey,
It's okay. We're Heroes Incorporated. Sorry, Hot Pockets. I stepped on your toes.
We're the good guys. Mostly.
Why does it look at me when he says that?
Your heroes, what? Incorporated?
We're new.
We're here to help.
I'm gonna look at the old guy and be like, do you keep blankets anywhere around here? Just in case of an emergency.
No.
Blankets.
No, we don't have any blankets around here.
Okay.
I have a sense that this is not an OSHA-approved place.
What's OSHA?
Never. That was
Isn't
just
that
me.
movie where everybody steals everything?
That's a great movie.
While they're talking to everyone, I'm going to actually float up. It looks like it's a 3-story building, right?
Yes.
Well, I want to float up and kind of float towards the edge of the building and peek into the building by phasing through.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Mortis, you're kind of peeking around, looking around. The upper floors appear to be... There's an office upstairs, there's a few banks of computers, but most of it appears to be hollow space that's for the large waste disposal machines. It looks like the 3rd floor doesn't stretch the whole way across the building, floor-wise, but ceiling-wise it does.
Okay.
And then the second floor appears to be, it keeps a similar profile to the third floor, but it has like a break room and has areas for their hard hats and for their hazmat suits and stuff like that.
Is there a trail of debris and destruction leading around?
Give me an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
And who said they were looking for surveillance footage?
I did.
Go ahead and
Never
roll a technology check for me, please.
I don't have the investigation skill, so I can't make. Oh, I guess I can.
I should really just take a picture of this and then send it to Manther. I'm not the technical one.
Yeah, you're not really finding anything on the computers, Vixen. You're kind of poking through, and you don't know if it's a weird system or if it's like Mac and you're a PC user.
Can I send it to Ellis and see what he says?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to him. Tell him that I have incoming stuff I need analyzed.
Let me see what I can... Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do. I can do a lot. So while Ellis is decrypting that, Guardian, as you're looking around outside, you think you see, tire marks leading out to the main street.
Okay. Hey guys, I think I found the trail for the getaway vehicle. Tire marks leading out.
You also see tagged on one of the interior walls as you're looking around. There's a symbol painted on the wall that looks kind of like a green butterfly.
Okay, do I recognize that?
Give me an
as
expertise, Freedom City Underworld.
The Underworld.
You have never seen this symbol before in your life.
Oh, darn. Oh, well.
Can I look at it and see if I can figure it out?
Yeah.
Probably not much better than he is, but...
You can give me an expertise, Underworld, or an investigation check, whichever one's higher.
I think they're probably about the same.
Vixen, you have seen this symbol before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gang sign for a gang known as the Parkside Butterflies.
That sounds very intimidating.
Oh, that's frightening.
Gang is a strong word, you would say.
But they do sting like a bee.
No, they're butterflies. They just fly with a butterfly. And they run away from bees.
Are you questioning the might of the monarch?
Vixen, you know that they're mostly noisy kids from the Parkside district who are environmental activists more than anything else. You don't know that they've ever done anything violent before. They're mostly taggers and protesters.
Well, at least we know who's been here.
Who's that?
Oh, the butterflies.
Come again?
The Parkside butterflies. They're kids that, like the Earth and sometimes cause a little mayhem because technology and stuff.
Okay.
They're the Green Party. They're radicalized Green Party members, okay?
Do you know where they are?
Probably at the park. They hang out at the park, and they're like trees. I don't know, sometimes they'll feed squirrels, I don't know.
There's 20 parks in Freedom City. Which park?
Yeah, it depends on the day.
You guys know that Parkside is a neighborhood in Freedom City.
Ah, yes.
Your characters know that, I should say.
Yes.
Ellis gets back to you and he says, "Hey, I was able to decipher some of that footage, and he broadcasts it to you, and I assume you have like a gauntlet computer
Thing to display on the wall. My time, kids. I'm like, display.
And it's surveillance footage of 6 men in black SWAT style gear with green armbands, carrying what you could only describe as freeze rays.
Are there butterflies on the green bands?
You can't tell from this far away.
Okay.
Those don't look like kids.
They grab one scientist and they take him with them when they leave.
I'm going to ask the old man, who would that be to take back?
He kind of points at the footage. He says, "That's Dr. Alan Partridge. He's kind of one of the lead guys around here."
I see.
That would make this the Alan Partridge Project, which is...
I was trying not to do that. I was trying to be good.
Say it.
Mortis, will you roll another investigation check for me as you come down to the first floor?
Certainly.
Mortis, as you're kind of floating around, you realize that there is a silent alarm in this building that looks like it was pulled. Almost like a fire alarm, but it sends a signal out instead of just turning off the blinkers and the sprinklers.
Any chance I can see where that the cabling goes or that? It's gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, you follow it up and it goes up to a broadcasting antenna. Do you have the technology skill?
No. Nope.
You can roll an insight check for me if you want.
Well, we'll give it a shot.
With an 11, you do think it's a little weird that an alarm was triggered and the police didn't show up. Or the fire department didn't show up, or somebody didn't respond to it.
Okay. And they're still down talking to the guard? The head security guy?
Yeah, they're down there talking to the guard.
Slowly float down behind him.
Oh, Jesus.
You give him a heart attack, he dies at the end.
Says you.
He's only
Son,
the big
you should really announce your presence before you sneak up on people like that.
Let's put a bell on him.
So, who does the alarm information?
I don't know. I don't know.
Brexon tipped $15.
I said, and as I do that, I'm actually going to start manifesting some spiritual, ghostly chains around my hands.
Roll an intimidation check for me. Oh, God.
I said, who gets notified by the alarm about the alarm?
All right. It goes... Mr. King has it go to a private address. It's a warehouse in the fens.
Ooh.
I don't know who stays there. I don't know who gets the message, but I know the boss doesn't always deal with, the clean and posh side of town.
What's the
He'll write the
name
address
of the
down for you.
address? Oh, okay. If I look at the address, do I kind of get an idea of what the warehouse is, since the Fens is right next to Green Bank?
Yeah, you know it's a rough part of town. You know, a lot of people don't live there on a regular basis, not by choice.
Right.
A lot of criminals and other sorts like that will occasionally use the Fens as lairs for hideouts.
Yeah.
So it could be a supervillain lair, it could be a gang hideout, it could be a abandoned B&B.
Last one seems a little less likely.
You're right, it's a 5-star B&B. You caught me.
Yeah.
It's one of those hidden gems on Yelp.
Get the real Freedom City experience. Okay. So, yeah, this really isn't a good neighborhood. Most of the warehouses and places down there, they're used as gang hideouts, lairs for minor supervillains, sometimes big ones. Lots of organized crime down there.
Are there very many homeless people in the area? Like anybody in the direct vicinity?
The
Yeah.
vicinity of where you guys are or in the Fens?
Where we are right now.
No.
There's a few homeless people around. The south side's not the best part of Freedom City, but it's not the worst part of Freedom City.
Okay.
Are there anyone that was hanging around that's since departed but still hanging around? Because I can see ghosts.
Oh, you mean dead people? As a matter of fact, there is a recently passed spirit in the area. If you would like to talk to them, you may. What's the process for talking to a ghost look like for Mortis?
Depends a little bit depending on the ghost, I think. He's still getting used to this, talking to dead people thing. So, most of the time it looks like he's talking to himself and everyone thinks he's crazy.
So you're kind of intimidating the guy, and you look around, and you do notice there is a looks like a waste maintenance worker who he moseys on over. He's got real bad frostbite on his face, and he says, "Can you see me?
Epalaska tipped $20.
I've been trying to get people's attention for like the last 4 hours. How come you're the only one who can see me?"
I hate to break this to you, but you've moved on.
No, I can't afford to move on. Mary wouldn't like that. Like, we've been saving up for a place up on Bayside, but like that's real expensive, and I just really sort of tell her that because I want her to feel like we have a future or whatever, but like, you know, I'm definitely moving on after this job because that was crap.
So what happened?
Well, I was helping them with that doohickey that they installed in there, and the wall exploded, and then I woke up outside. I was there with Dr. Partridge, I think's his name. He's working on this. What's it called? It's called the Project something or another. Project. Let me check my notes. Project.
Told you it was an Alan Partridge project.
Project Rejuvenation. It's like a waste management thing. I don't know. I just installed it for him, and he told me good job. Said that the boss was going to pay me like $1,000 bonus for not telling nobody about it. Wait a minute. Why did I tell you about that?
It's okay. I'm good at keeping secrets.
How come your friends aren't like listening?
They can't really hear you.
How come your friends aren't listening to me?
Guardian,
Wait.
who's the creepy guy talking to? He's just
I
over there.
got no
wah,
idea.
wah, 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 like,
He gets this sort of
Yeah.
look of like realization on his face. He's like, "Wait a minute. You look like the Grim Reaper. Is this it? Is this the thing?"
Yeah, I think he's just kind of.
Yeah.
We're better not knowing.
he's about to get Melvined. It's not gonna be good.
So I got killed by supervillains in a trash place?
Oh,
What a way to go.
It looks like it was terrorists. But
That's the
yes.
end of my story? I gotta go. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Do you know?
I don't.
And Nick will kind of pop up out of your vault. He's gonna say, "Hey, buddy, come on. There's a place so we can go where you don't have to worry about this sort of thing anymore."
Real quick. Where's Mary at? Your wife.
She lives down in Parkside. He'll write down the address for you. Will you tell her I did my best?
Of course.
It's not true, but I think it'll make her feel better. And Nick will lead him over to the soul vault and lock him inside with him.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
So while Mortis is having his spirit talk, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, consoling the recently frozen people, making sure to do a lot of name dropping, Overdrive, here's Incorporated, yada yada. We're here to save the day.
Chance is walking towards the big hole in the wall, and is it dark? It's dark in there, right?
The lights are not on in there, but the sun is coming in.
Okay. So she activates her staff, and because it glows, it gives a little bit of light. And she steps into the room to investigate.
Give me an investigation check.
And how do I do that?
So, is your character sheet loaded into the thingamithing?
Yeah, I think so. I have it open.
Rob, how do you roll?
you click
It's
on.
magical.
You click on where
You
it says
go-
investigation.
Yeah, you click on the skill.
It'll highlight in orange when you hover over it.
Whoa! She investigated twice.
Oops. What was the first one?
We'll go with the first one. So 34. Wow.
She finds everything.
So you find the silent alarm, and you find the butterfly symbol, but you also find a it looks like a magazine drum.
Okay.
That's full of these burned out. They almost look like transistors,
Okay.
but they're extremely cold to the touch.
Okay.
It looks like you would imagine it's the ammunition drum for the freeze ray.
Okay. So there's a freeze ray there.
There's no freeze ray there. It looks like they
Okay.
dropped that when they were reloading and they left it.
Oh, okay. Maybe this will shed some light on the situation. So Chance picks up one of the little magazines and just takes a look at it. Walks back outside. Says, "Anybody know what this is? Like what this went into?"
I'll tell her that Vixen will say, "Oh yes, in the video they had freeze guns. It may go with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, sounds like they're after something called Project Rejuvenation.
Project Rejuvenation. Maybe if we can track down who made this, we can track down where they are.
No, apparently it was Dr.
Partridge.
Partridge. That was his project.
So then how would it fall into these guys' hands, I wonder?
Well, Dr. Partridge fell into their hands.
Ah. Oh, he was the
Yes.
one they took away. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, boss, you gonna call the cops and help clean up this mess, or?
To that, Colossal actually comes in and he's doing this with his hands. Like, look at you guys, you're working like a team already. Yes, let's go ahead and get these cops here. And I'll go outside and make a phone call.
Hey, yeah,
Okay.
Alex, can I make another expertise roll to see if I know of any like tech weaponsmiths in
Sure.
around? Yeah.
And I want to look for like a drop cloth or a tarp or something, so I can go find a body and cover it.
Awesome. You're not sure about any weapons manufacturers or anything like that, Guardian. You've only recently been in the supervillain business, and your supervillain business was sort of getting exposed to chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not sure who would supply a weapon like this.
Yeah.
Mortis, you do find the body of the gentleman you were speaking with. His name is Percy. It has a label. It has a name tag that says Percy, and he is looks like he was sort of knocked aside in the blast, and you can cover him up and lay him to rest, so to speak. What are you guys going to do now that the police are on their way?
I don't
Chance looks
know.
over at Colosso and says, "Do we have access to the traffic cameras in the area?"
Not on us. We have to be at the HQ to do that. But I can probably put a call into Honey and see what she can pull up.
Yeah, it might be helpful to at least get a direction that they were traveling in.
Sure.
Now then, with this investigation, it seems like we have a lot of leads. Is this something we want to stick together with, or perhaps we'd like to split up and see where the dead ends are? I mean, we're only a call away, and the others need us, correct?
It's up to you guys. You guys have a lot of leads, and there are a lot of you.
How do we want to split the group? Like 3 and 3?
Maybe
2 and 2?
2 and 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of know the Fens area, so take, whoever wants to go investigate that warehouse.
I'll go with Guardian.
Okay.
So we're doing 2 and 2, or 2 and 2, or how are we splitting?
Let's do it that way.
I think that I'd like to go to Parkside to track down some butterflies and see what they know.
Sounds like a good idea. Want some company?
Sure.
All right, cool. You can ride on the back of my bike if you want.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, Spooky, I guess it's you and me.
Hey,
Where are you guys
Speedy.
going? Spooky and Speedy.
Hey, we got those tire tracks to follow, yeah?
You do have those tire tracks to follow.
That unusual tread pattern?
It could be an unusual tread pattern for a hero point.
You got it.
All right, so I think that's you guys are going to split up. Do we want to go ahead and take our break now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that'll be good. 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Get over.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
approach.
Yep. And we're back.
Yay!
We're back, Alex.
We're back?
Yes.
Cool. Well. Welcome back.
Yay!
Yay!
Our intrepid heroes have split the party and are on their way to possibly certain doom.
Of course, certain doom.
Overdrive and Mortis, you guys are the speedster, or the faster of the groups. And you guys are following the tire tracks. Go ahead and give me perception checks. And I will give you a +2 bonus because they are a distinct tread mark. Overdrive has been waiting for this moment his entire life.
Yes.
Mortis, not so much.
So Overdrive, you're following the tracks.
Yes.
You might be going just a little too fast for Mortis because you're excited.
I'm probably thinking back to a scene right after the interview when I ran 100 miles out of town and called Tracy on the phone freaking out that I probably blew the interview. It's like they knew. Asked me about a nemesis and freaking out and tried to talk me down. But now it's all good because, we're on the case and we're finding stuff. And like, Mortis, keep up. Come on, let's go. Sort of running
And
back
you
and
are
forth.
going to find yourself a nemesis.
That's not good.
It's great. You get hero points.
And you guys follow the tracks out to the boardwalk. And they come to a stop outside of a looks like an apartment building. And then they just sort of end.
Like in thin air at a garage door.
In thin air, in the middle of the street, in front of this apartment building.
That's odd. Got any heebity-jeebity powers to figure out what's going on here? I don't know what you can do, man. Scare me a little bit, but I'm sure you can figure it out, right?
And is it just the one apartment building, or is it like a?
It's like a row of apartment buildings. The tires stop in front of one exact apartment building, but there are rows of buildings.
I can go peek inside.
No, good. Don't get us in trouble. We got a rep, We gotta build that brand. I'll just stand here and look innocent while you take a peek.
Overdrive, take a hero point. Mortis, you can have one too because you're spooky.
So, yeah, I'll fly over towards the apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
To the front door.
When you peek in, you find yourself looking into the kitchen of a two-bedroom apartment building. A two-bedroom apartment, I apologize. Inside of which is a sort of a teen mom who's cooking dinner, and her little son is tugging on her apron strings, saying, Mommy, didn't you see the lady take the van? And she's just sort of batting him away, like, no, whatever. Your imagination's overactive. Go take your Ritalin.
Parenting done well.
Social commentary.
So Overdrive. Looks like the van was probably stolen.
What spooky powers did you use to figure that out?
I used y'all from the toddler inside.
That doesn't sound terribly mysterious.
No, but you could. Well,
But you know whose van it was?
it sounds like there's a family. The kid's telling mom that the van was vanished. I'm guessing that the kid saw something, but I'm probably not the best person to speak to a small toddler.
You can't like question his spirit or anything? Like
If I kill him first,
Toddler that way.
okay, no, don't kill the children. Don't kill the children. Don't do that. Could you get a name that maybe we could run through a database? Like, I don't know, can you...
No, but you're just your flashy, happy hero guy. You can knock on the door and ask some questions.
No, that sounds invasive. I was thinking you could just be creepy and get us some facts and we can go investigate. Come
Overdrive
on,
is the
Mortis.
Patriot Act hero.
Come on, Mortis, bring me a name. Bring me a name. Like, is there like a name on the door, on the mailbox? Help me out.
Check. You can check too.
That's true, but I can't do that passing through walls. Pick what you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like for a mailbox slot or something like that. That maybe has a.
Yeah, it's the house belongs to the apartment. The mailbox says that it's leased to a Lorena Bobbitt.
I'm not going in there. So I will get on the comms and call the boss. Hey, High Pockets, any chance we could get some motor register information if we had a name? Or how tight are we with the fuzz? Like, is that gonna happen?
Just call it in Honey. She can look it up for you.
Okay. All right. Hello, Honey. I'll call it into Honey. See if she
Mr.
can.
Overdrive.
Mr. Overdrive. Okay. I've got a name, Lorena Bobbitt. It might have their vehicle involved in a, suspicious doings that transpiring. Any chance you could run those numbers for me? That'd be great. I'll give her the address and the name.
That's good. That's a fair amount of information, Mr. Overdrive. Thank you. Just a name.
You're welcome, Miss.
Like Lorena Bobbitt's probably not. Okay. Looks like they have a 4-door sedan registered to Miss Bobbitt at that address. Wood paneling, very Brady's bunch.
Beaverwood.
Crime by the Brady Bunch.
Well, why not? We got the partridges involved.
Well, according to Mortis, this vehicle is suspect in our little freeze rate case. So if we could get a description of the make and model beyond the wood paneling, maybe we could, I don't know. I could look for it really fast. It's probably one of those, everybody's got one kind of. It's like a Dodge Omni. Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Can I just give you the license plate number?
Hey, that's why you're the boss's assistant. You think of the big stuff. Yes, the license plate. That'd be very helpful.
You can feel her
license plate
face palming in the speaker. She gives you the license plate number.
Got it. Thanks, Miss Honey. Let's
You're
go,
welcome,
Mortis.
Mr. Overdrive.
Come on, Mortis. We're storming the castle. We'll go start canvassing the neighborhood, spiraling outward.
Mortis, give me a perception check.
Nope.
The sedan he's talking about is parked next door.
Yes, I knew it.
So we found the van.
Yeah.
Awesome. The sedan. So
Just
This
let him
means
run
that
and
we have a
play.
witness for
Let him run.
it means we have a witness for the
What?
van vanishing. And one of us is going to have to talk to the kid.
Well, look at me when you say that.
You really want me to talk to the child?
All right. I get it.
You go knock on the door.
Sure.
The teen mom opens the door. She's got her apron on. She's got one long black ponytail. And she kind of looks you up and down. She's like, I didn't order a superhero, Graham.
I know, but this is your lucky day because we're here.
We're here?
Yes, the Heroes Incorporated. Maybe you've seen us on the news. Big stuff happening here.
I don't really watch the news.
Oh,
Were you on BuzzFeed?
maybe. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe YouTube. I don't even know. I'm so busy solving crimes. I don't have time to check that out.
What do you want?
But anyway, well, unfortunately, I have to inform you that your vehicle may have been used in a crime, and so I was calling to see if you could, verify that it was here all day, or if it had disappeared at any time. If anyone in your family has seen anything suspicious, maybe you could sort of help us out, solve the case.
She closes the door in your face.
But I'm not so good at this public relations stuff. Mortis, you're up. Kidding. All right. Well, I guess we better report back in.
Fly
Because
back up.
I am completely lost now at this point. All right. I've been stonewalled. I run fast. I punch things. This is.
Yeah, through the wall.
Nah, don't.
Door. She's just kinda like,
I was just joking when I said you're up. you really don't have to scare these people.
She's on the phone now. She's like, some superhero guy was just over here. He said that my car was stolen, but like, why would anybody steal my car? It's 1,000,000 years old.
I'm looking for the kid.
The kid is in his room, and he's sitting on the ground. He's playing with a Centurion and an Omega action figure.
Oh.
I'm gonna circumvent the area and go around the kid's room so Mom doesn't see random ghost guy floating through the house.
Yeah, you're able to phase into his room.
As an aside, are they paying likeness rights to the Lord of Entropy? Because I don't think he approves of this action. Just saying.
Yeah, the little kid's just playing, minding his own business.
Pull off my mask so I don't look quite so creepy.
You still have the hood on?
Yeah. Junior hero?
High or low?
Hi.
I'm gonna call Miss Honey and say that we may need a legal team soon. Just as a heads up, this may be a problem shortly.
The kid says, "Whoa, you're a superhero."
Yes, I need your help, junior hero.
What can I do? He
Ah,
jumps up and he straightens his little plaid shirt.
Some evil henchmen for a bad guy stole a van near here. Do you happen to see?
You're here to look into the van. The lady who took the van. She came down from the sky and scooped it up in a big ice floe.
Can you tell me anything else about this lady who scooped up the van?
She was wearing white, and she was doing like with her hands, doing the ice thing.
And was she alone, or were there or did she have henchmen with her?
A bunch of guys got out of the van before she showed up, and they walked away after she took the van up.
Did you see what direction they went in?
Yeah, they went and he kind of points down the street.
Oh, okay. And she just went up over the house?
Yeah, she just took it up over the house and just flew off with it.
And what color was the van?
It was a black van. like a Humvee, like a Humver,
Humver?
like a Humver.
Cool. And there wasn't. It was like in good shape, like shiny new, or was it beat up and dented, or just kind of older?
It was a little dusty.
But no dents or anything in it, or
No dents.
okay. Well, you didn't happen to see the license plate, did you?
No, that's I don't read that high.
Oh.
It's okay. I figured I checked just in case because you seem like a very sharp and bright young hero.
Are you gonna get her? Are you gonna get the ice lady?
I'm hoping to. Me and my friends.
Okay, can I come?
No, you need to stay here in case they come back.
Okay. I'll keep my mommy safe.
You do that. You're a very good, brave hero.
If you see Centurion, will you tell him that I'm sorry what happened?
Adorable kid.
I will.
What's your superhero name?
Mortis.
That's so cool. I'm gonna be your first fan. Okay, Mortis?
Okay. You take care. I need to go catch the ice lady though.
Get her.
Alright. And he with that, I put the mask on and zip out the wall.
Cool. Meanwhile, over in Parkside.
Ah. So Chance is driving her motorcycle. They're zipping through traffic and arrive at Parkside, and she slows down so they can scope the place out.
Cool. How are you guys scoping the place out?
Just looking around, looking in the parks.
Would I know where they would typically hang out? Narrow down the search.
Give me an investigation or an underworld, Freedom City underworld check. Well, Vixen, as a matter of fact, you know that there is a protest in Parkside today. You sort of heard about it on your your patrols. You know that it's a big deal for a lot of the students in the area who are coming down to they're protesting outside of an Astro Labs facility. They and as you guys are making your way around, this new high-tech facility, it's a smaller lab that they built on the west side of town. And there's just a mass of people out in front of it. Standing on the stairs in front of the lab, there's a young lady with an afro and sort of green camo, and she's got a green armband with a butterfly on it, and she's yelling out. She's complaining, sort of the gist of what she's protesting is the fact that Astro Labs is inventing all of these new super metals and all these super new elements and everything, and they don't really have a plan for disposing of them. But the protest doesn't get violent. It's a lot of people yelling and holding signs and standing around. There are a few police officers around who are keeping an eye on things.
Would Chance know anything from school? Because she's a college student.
Yeah, roll a you can spend a hero point, actually.
Okay. So I guess she knows a few of them.
Yeah, you can know the young woman who's leading everything. Her name is Blake Cargill.
Blake Cargill.
Yeah. She's a pre-law student who is an avid activist and community member and protester. And
is what she's wearing similar to what the people on the video were wearing?
It is not. The armband is,
The armband is, but the
but
rest
she's not
yeah.
dressed in. She's not dressed in paramilitary clothes, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That'd be a dead giveaway.
Okay. So they drive, I guess, to the scene of the protest and get off the bikes.
Mm.
And I turn to Vixen. And do you want to wait till she's finished soapboxing, or should we go in and stir the pot?
I think that we should see what we can find out. I mean, we don't need to stir the pot, so to say, as much as we need to figure out what the word is on the street.
Well, I recognize her, and we've talked a couple times, so maybe I could manage to figure out something from her.
Okay. But then until she's done talking.
Yeah.
Mingle.
Yeah, I don't want to start a riot.
She goes on for another 15-20 minutes before she relinquishes the floor and gives the megaphone to somebody else.
Okay. So, Chance, whose identity is not secret, walks over and, hey Blake, how's it going?
Chance, what are you doing down here with Foxy Cleopatra? Is that your name?
Sure, whatever you would like to call me. Sure.
No, it's, I was wondering if you, heard about what happened.
I like to think I'm pretty, awoken after what's going on.
Okay, so, do you know
You
anything?
see this crap that Astro Labs is building some indestructible metal?
Yeah, and something happened, and I was wondering if you knew anything about that.
What are you talking about?
There's some people with, that same armband as you, broke into the, building and kidnapped someone.
She gives you a, what are you talking about face?
Not this building here. Majestic Industries.
Both of you guys roll an insight check. Chance, you get the opinion that she has an idea of what happened, but she's not telling you.
Right. Look, like, this is really important because the man who was taken, he may be inventing this really crazy stuff, but at the same time, he's still just a guy with a family, and he's being kidnapped isn't fun for anybody. And if you know anybody at all, just any place, all we want to do is get him home to his family.
Roll a persuasion check.
Sorry?
Roll a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion check.
And I'll give you a +2.
Okay. This guy's back. Oh, maybe not.
That's not bad. And you get a +2 on top of that, so 22. He says, "Can we talk about this over here?" And she kind of gestures to a coffee shop across the street.
Yeah, let's go.
And she looks around, and you can tell she's sort of making sure nobody's following you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes you and she sits you down. She says, "Look, all right, I think my brother's mixed up with somebody. This woman came through a few days ago. Somebody in this white armor. She came in and she was looking for butterflies to work with her to stop some kind of industrial lie or this technology stuff. I didn't really listen to her because she gave me the heebie-jeebies. But my brother Carter and some of his friends, they went off with her.
And when was that?
They went with her just a few days ago.
You haven't seen them since?
No, I've been looking for him, but
Okay.
there's a place I know he would go if he was in trouble.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about going there, but I don't know if it's safe. He's different.
How is he different?
He's always been the one who thinks that we're not doing enough out here. He's the one who thinks that protesting and talking about it isn't gonna fix anything.
Okay. Well, I want you to stay safe. And I look over at Vixen, and we'll go check it out and hopefully bring your brother home safe.
And in the meantime, be a little careful. There was a green butterfly painted at the scene of the crime, so there may be police around asking questions of you and your organization.
And that idiot's gonna get us in more trouble than he doesn't think.
Would this lady have had ice powers, by the way?
I mean, she was wearing a super suit, but she didn't do any super stuff while she was around. She was blue.
Oh,
She was blue.
like her skin was blue?
Yeah, her skin was blue,
Was her hair blue?
like Smurf blue.
She was like we're fighting Smurfette.
Yeah, Smurfette was a cold stone lady.
You don't know Smurfette, do you? He's got a heart of ice.
I sort of watched the Jeffersons growing up. I didn't really watch the Smurfs.
Alright, Blake. If you think of anything else, give me a call, and I write down my cell phone number and give it to her. Or text me or whatever. And, like I said, as soon as we can, we'll try to bring your brother back safely.
Just don't beat him up too bad.
No, I don't hit unless they hit me first.
You don't know my brother.
Alright. Thanks, Blake.
And she does write down the address that she mentioned. It looks like it's somewhere in Parkside.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Parkside. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Is it near to where we are?
And by Parkside, I mean Green Bank, because I'm dumb. Green Bank, sorry. It is pretty close to where you guys are.
Yay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, over with the Boss Man and Guardian,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
So I'm walking next to Guardian. I've got my sales pitch arm around him, and I'm like, man, what do you think about a symbol on your chest? When you're flying around, it's advertising. I mean, it means something, and people will recognize you.
Look, I don't know all about this stuff. Okay, I mean, I know you're a PR guy. Me, I'm just here to, slug it out with heavy hitters and try to protect people. I mean, whatever you think is the thing to do, just go ahead and it's fine by me.
You will find your symbol. Just look inside and just you'll know what you're fighting for, and then you'll figure it out.
Okay.
And if you don't, Mountain Dew's always got endorsement deals.
Okay. So, we're close to the warehouse, or?
Yeah, you guys are close to the warehouse you were heading to.
Yeah.
As you guys are approaching, there's a garage door that opens on the warehouse.
Yeah.
And a black town car rolls out of the garage. Go ahead and give
Okay.
me perception checks.
Okay.
There we go.
You know, Guardian, if you were a betting man, you would bet that that's a bulletproof car.
Okay. That looks like it's had some upgrades. Stuff like that around.
What would you guys like to do?
You want
The
me to
windows
follow
are
it
tinted
from?
as well.
Yeah.
I should mention the windows are tinted as well.
You want me to follow it from up above, and you check out the warehouse?
Or should we just stop them and ask them questions?
I mean, that too. I mean, if you want to. That. I mean, you're the experienced guy here.
All right. So they're backing out slowly.
They're driving the speed limit. They
Oh,
rolled
okay.
out slowly, and now they're.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. I guess I'll just fly ahead. Just say, hold up.
You land in front of them.
Yep.
One of the windows rolls down,
Mm-hmm.
and a gentleman comes up out of the window, and he is going to shoot at you with a machine gun.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
What is your impervious toughness?
12.
You are absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
So the bullets bounce off of your chest, and he taps on the hood of the car, and he says, "Let's get out of here. This guy's for real."
For real.
You're
Like the fact that I was-
you're on the side.
The fact that I dropped down from.
Sorry, what do you do, David?
Okay, I'm just gonna zoom right up to the hood and lift the car up by its front end and up at an angle. It's like, you guys really want to rethink this. I'm thinking here.
Now what?
Michael, what would you like to do?
At this point, I think they didn't get far away, did they? I mean, I can catch up, right?
Yeah.
Iron
They're
Lord's
speeding now, but you
Iron
get
Lord's
real
12 feet, and come behind the car.
When you show up behind the car, are you going to try and grab the car, or are you going to...
Well, you already
Look
got the
intimidating.
front of it, right? Guardian?
Yeah, I've got the front of it. I'm lifting up. I catch up, lift the front of it up, and tell them that they might want to rethink this course of action.
Well, what are they doing when
Not
I
those
approach
words.
and see this?
The back doors are opening, and it looks like they're going to try and leg it.
Okay. I'd like to try and grab one of them.
Give me a grab check.
All right. Is that just unarmed?
Yeah, just do unarmed.
Okay. Well, hold on. I gotta get the right size. 1 second.
No worries.
All right, that's 12 feet. All right.
Yeah, you get a hold of him.
All right.
You grab the guy.
You want to get the other guy?
Well, there's still somebody in the driver's seat, right?
Yeah, but you could just punch the engine and it won't run anymore.
I'm trying to minimize property damage here. I mean,
We have great
Yeah.
insurance.
what?
We have great collateral insurance.
Okay, fine. Punch down the engine.
The
Or punch
town car
through.
sputters.
What?
The town car sputters and stops.
Yeah, and then I'll go over to the driver's door and casually rip it off.
Casually. You casually rip it off.
I mean, I've got 100-ton, 400 tons lifting, but
The guy's looking at you. He's looking at his friend tied up, and he just raises his hands.
smart choice.
What do you
can
want,
see
kid
why
guy?
you're Okay. Hey, boss, what do we want?
Boss, what do we want?
Okay. So.
Is this your first time?
No. Done this lots of times. So
He looks
earlier-
back at Colosso and he's like, "Is this his first time?"
I believe so.
Okay, look. Earlier today, there was a robbery at Majestic, Waste Management. Some egghead got kidnapped by some environmentalists, and this was supposed to be. This warehouse was where certain alerts went to from Majestic Waste Management, rather than being routed to the police.
That sounds an awful lot like I'm taking the Fifth Amendment.
I like
I
to
just
persuade
look
this
over
guy.
at Colosso.
Hold on, where's my sheet? I would like to persuade this guy to talk.
Give me a persuasion check. Or if you meant that metaphorically, give me an intimidate check.
No. I mean, like, hey, look, man, we're trying to do good. Maybe we can make a deal. Oh.
Tell you what, you know who's great at making deals? Lawyers. I want mine here.
Okay, let me try and make a persuasion check here. It's like, look, you can tell by my accent that I'm kind of from around these parts. You know, I'm going to be running in with you quite a bit. I'm getting the feeling. So maybe if you help us out, I don't take you down so rough when we meet. You know, leave you with fewer broken bones.
That does not. That's no. It almost sounded like you was talking about a deal, and then you started talking about broken bones. So
No. I'm not going. I'm just. And you try running, I may not be so gentle with, people inside cars.
And just like that, Mortis wasn't the scariest guy in the team anymore.
Give me time.
look, Twinkle Cape. All right, 1 second. So, how about this? How about we work out some kind of get out of this situation free card?
Tell us what we need to know, and I'm a big guy. I'm strong. I'm not exactly, agile. So maybe you just kind of got away.
He looks back at his buddy. He's like, "All right." So, you may have gotten the impression that my employer is Majestic Industries. That is true. Our job was to sit around and wait and see if that alarm went off, and if the alarm went off, we was going to go ice that doctor's old lady and his kid and get rid of all the information that they had about Project Rejuvenation.
Okay. So why didn't you go take care of the doctor and his old lady and kid? Why are you just getting around to it now?
Well, you see, we was gonna go do it, but then a big guy in a cape picked up our car and smashed it.
Oh, okay. Understandable. So, okay, fair's fair. You played good with us. I'll play good with you. So, why don't you just, I name off like a local watering hole for the legitimate businessmen in Green Bank and the Fens, and say, why don't you guys go have a beer, just let things cool over. I mean, you barely escaped with your hides intact, and your boss will understand.
You're a good guy, Sparkle Cape. This is going to my Yelp review.
Hero Yelp reviews.
Yes. Very courteous, did not break bones on Okay, so I'm going to inform. Actually, I'm going to call Honey and let her know what you guys are. Inform Overdrive where the doctor's wife and kid most likely are, so that if these two decide to press their luck, we still have somebody there.
Cool.
I'm not book smart. I am street smart.
Go ahead and take a hero point, Guardian. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I look over to Colosso after. Didn't mean to step on your toes. I mean, this your team.
Think of it like this is see you in action.
All right, so back over in Green Bank, Chance and Vixen, you guys arrive. It's sort of a abandoned part of the rail yard where they have a few shipping containers left over, but the rail hasn't been used here in years. Blake did tell you about the shipping container that her brother uses as sort of a bug out place when he's in trouble. And there is a the shipping container. You do see there is a light on inside as you're approaching.
All right, Chance walks around the side and out of direct view of the shipping container's entrance and attempts to listen to anything they're saying.
Give me a perception check.
Sorry? Which?
Perception check, sorry.
Perception.
Vixen, are you following suit or are you doing something else?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to get on top as quietly as possible.
Okay. So Chance, as you're listening, there is a heated discussion going on about my dad is going to kill me if we don't get that van back. Why are we even working for this lady? It's not our position. It's not, she's crazy. We want to make a difference, but she wants to kill everybody.
Okay, so Chance looks back at Vixen and kind of thumbs at it. And do you want to, take him out?
Not sure. I mean, if they're really regretful, maybe this could be something that we can talk out instead of fight. I'd rather not fight the witch.
Maybe they'll cooperate?
Maybe. You never know.
Like if they're just kids.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's knock on the door and see what happens.
When you knock on the door, all the conversation stops.
Is there an entrance in the back and the front? Or just
Yes,
the
there
front?
is. There's an entrance in the back and the front.
I'll watch the other door.
And Chance just nods. She steps into view halfway. Hi!
Chance, you hear the distinct noise of something powering up. And you see this guy pointing a gun at that freeze ray at your face.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop down.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna drop down from the other side and open the door and be like, boys, we really don't have to. We just want to talk. Honestly. We know that you're in a bit of a tight spot, so to speak.
There are 3 of them in there who are similarly armed and similarly dressed. The guy who seems to be in charge, the one who's pointing the gun at Chance, says, she said you were coming. She said that we would have to look out for superhero teams. You with the Freedom League?
Oh,
No?
no, not at all. That's so tacky. You know, that's so...
Are you with the Claremont Academy? The
Nope.
Adam family?
No.
The Partridge Family? Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, we're just two lovely ladies that would like to speak to you. If you could lower your guns, please. We haven't got that far into the relationship, I'm afraid.
Roll a persuasion check.
You know, for being what she is, I have a sucky persuasion. That's not bad considering I have a 2 in persuasion.
Okay.
He's like, I think we'll take our chances, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Okay.
And is one of them still pointing their gun at Chant, or are they all focused on Vixen right now?
They're all focused on Vixen right now.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
try and dodge.
It's a big old 6 to hit you, so he doesn't hit.
Okay.
while
You
they're
dodge out of
focused-
the way. His gun does light up blue, and this beam of ice shoots out of the way, but you easily get out of the way.
I so hate it.
It's just the two of you guys, so we won't roll for initiative for this fight.
Okay.
Vixen, you'll get to go next.
Okay. Dear, if you're going to aim, my lady, you better learn to hit. I'm going to I'm going to do like a little flip where I land on my hands, and then I flip over and I land in front of him, and I'm going to hit at his arm joints where his arms and his shoulders connect, and I'm going to try and make him lose all feeling in his arm so that he can no longer shoot his weapon.
Roll to hit.
Okay. Is that just attack, or
Is that your dim lock?
that probably is the mock? I need to find it. Okay.
That's the power.
How do I do it?
Oh, there's a D20 up beside the power.
Sorry.
That's what it
Just
does.
kidding. Oh, so just roll a D20 plus 13.
D20 plus 13. I don't know. How do I do it?
Slash roll.
Slash
Space
roll.
D20.
There's also that strip to the left. In the upper left.
Well, I got a 14.
Ouch.
Oh.
He sees you coming and he like bats at you with the rifle and backs up.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks at his friends like, I'm not dead.
I'm not dead.
Chance.
Okay, I'm coming in from behind while they're distracted, and I try to use my staff to knock them on the wrists, at least the closest guy on the wrist, to disarm him.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Or
where
staff
is
attack,
that?
sorry, staff attack. Chance. Nice, okay. You smack him. And
Right.
he goes down. Do you have takedown?
I believe I do. Where would I find that?
It's an
It's under
advantage.
advantages.
Yep.
Advantages. Yes, I do.
Alright, you get to make another attack. Because you knocked out a
Okay.
minion.
Alright, so I guess I can attack another guy now since I knocked down the first guy?
Mhm.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and just roll a quarterstaff check.
Okay. Where are you? Sorry.
Ouch. What is the DC of your staff?
What do you mean by DC?
So
Oh, the DC 21.
21. Okay. So you knock that guy down,
Okay.
and you're allowed to take a swing at the last guy
Okay.
because they're all in close proximity to each other.
Okay.
So Vixen, you distract these guys, and then Chance just comes up behind them. And how do you want to take these three guys out, Chance? What does your attack look like, Chance?
Geez.
She
The
rolled
first
a
guy she-
26.
Yeah, it was a 26. So I don't know. Just use the staff just to smack him around. I guess she was fast enough that they couldn't really react.
So
The
whirling
staff of
green
life is
staff
now the
of
staff
pain.
of pain.
Pardon?
The staff of life is now the staff of pain.
Yes.
Well, life is suffering, right?
Yes.
That takes you guys out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
Fist bump.
I didn't really do anything. I guess we'll try to restrain them since they didn't want to talk.
Tie him up
Obviously.
and yeah.
Cool. Around this time, all of you guys have finished your activities, and you are free to communicate together and fill each other in on the situation.
All right.
All right, team. What do you have?
We have minions.
3 of them. They're still alive.
Sweet, we lost the van.
But Guardian phoned us in with the address of the Dr. Partridge's family, so we can be keeping people safe all the same, minus the van. Sans van.
Well,
We
the
can head
van
over
was,
there.
the van was absconded off with by an ice-powered meta.
Can I make a
And
underworld
how
roll
did
to
that
see if
happen?
I know
That
that? Hey Alex, can I make a underworld knowledge check just to see if I can identify possibly what supervillain maybe?
I think the supervillain froze Alex.
Yes, I think so too.
Uh-oh.
Victim of his own plot.
Let me send a message. His internet just exploded.
Oh no.
That's not good.
All right.
Chance was too awesome, and the GM fainted.
Yep.
Do not use takedown on the internet, Chance.
She took down his internet.
But the internet is full of porn.
Oh no.
It's a very different game.
Yes, a very different game.
All right. Let me see if
Awful,
he wants me
awful
to just go ahead and
place.
call it real quick.
So welcome to the talent portion of the show.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That's what happens when someone drops.
ah,
You know, we'll take a brief
Okay.
break. We'll be right back. Yeah, you're real.
yes.
I gotta fix things.
Alive.
Sorry
Though.
about that.
Are you
What?
a real wooden boy?
I don't know.
Boom. Fixed. And we're back.
Okay.
Awesome, we're back.
Yes.
Hey,
Cool.
so that's when we found all the collection of boxes.
Yep. No.
Sweet.
All right. So, what was the last thing you guys heard?
Guardian wanted to run a. What was it?
We wanted to go check on Dr. Partridge and Dr. Partridge's family. Oh, and I wanted to do knowledge check to see if I can identify ice-based villain this might be.
Roll an expertise, Freedom City Underworld check.
I shall indeed.
That's the most useful expertise I've ever seen in a Mutants Mastermind game.
And I didn't try to max it out at all. Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, next week we're moving to Emerald City, so you'll be stuck. But
So you do know of a few ice-themed villains in the Great Lexicon of Freedom City.
Right. Female wears armor.
And we can contribute that she has blue skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that sort of sticks out is a woman named Madame Zero.
Okay.
Who was a villain in the 1960s.
Wow. Okay.
Who was arrested by the Freedom League and only recently broke out of prison. She's been silent for a while, though. Nobody's heard anything from her.
Okay. Well, sounds like she might be back then. And it also sounds like a chance for freedom.
Could be a chance to show up the Freedom
So
League.
if she was arrested in the 60s, she'd be pretty up in age at the moment.
Probably.
And
what was this project called? Rejuvenation?
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yes, Project Rejuvenation.
There's motive.
Yep. She doesn't want to be an old villain anymore.
I want to be a young Eartha Kitt, not an old Eartha Kitt. Although, to be fair, I think Eartha Kitt was the same the whole way.
Wow.
Hopefully it will turn out better for her than the villain from Sky High.
All right. So relay all this back to Honey so that she can, coordinate, see if we can find out where this, person had hideouts or past associates or yada, yada, yada.
I'm looking into it, Mr. Guardian.
And also, we might want to acquire to see if we have a safe house for the doctor's family to stay in for the present time being.
That's a good idea.
Does Heroes Incorporated have safe houses, or is it just the office?
I think it's just the office.
Okay.
Because we don't run a CW show here.
Vixen and Chance, are you guys going to call the cops and have them come pick those guys up, or are you going to talk to them?
Talk to them first.
Okay. After you rouse them, the one who is willing to speak is a young black guy. He does kind of look like Blake.
Okay.
Are you
Carter? Was it Carter?
Yeah, Carter.
Okay.
Who's asking?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're the one who's friends with his sister.
Yeah, I know Blake at school, and
Blake
yeah,
knows a
she's-
crazy white lady with a green stick.
yes, she does.
How did that not come up at a party before?
And I'm not crazy right now.
Right now.
I think my concussion says otherwise.
No, that's not crazy. That's self-defense.
Oh.
Anyway, what she needs to say is your sister's very worried about you. She's worried about the path that you're taking.
My
Perhaps
sister
you
ain't
could...
got to worry.
Why not?
Because we're going to save the world. From industrialists, from people who are just polluting everything, from people who are just consuming with no plan for survival or sustainability.
Well, I see where that is a problem. But you can't go around killing people because you just can't.
You're like my sister. You're all about half measures.
Oh no, I'm about full measures. I'm just... If you're going to do something, it needs to be worth it, right? And if you leave a bunch of dead bodies in your path, how are you any different than people that you're trying to stop?
Because at least there will be something left over when I'm done.
Are you sure?
Roll a persuasion check. I'll give you a
Oh,
plus
no.
2. Oh, you get a plus 2 for attractive too.
So I get a +4 to whatever I roll?
Correct. $17. Nice.
+4.
Plus 4, 21. He kind of bites his lip and kind of looks at his friends, and his friends are clearly on your side.
Ooh.
They're they have this expression on their face like they're waking up, like they were led into this fate by him. And they're starting to acknowledge that maybe they may have made a mistake. He says, so what do you want?
I want for you to leave this life behind and go back to your sister, and you two work together to figure out how you're going to change this world. Because this path you started is not the right one. If you want to be changed, what was the quote? If you want to see change in the world, you need to be that change. If you want the change to be violent, then this is the path for you, but I don't think that's what you do.
I don't know where she is.
There's a protest. She was there last time we saw her.
Yeah, we left her in the coffee shop.
All right.
We left her in the Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks.
All right, fine.
You want me to text her? Do you have her number?
No, we'll go. Don't worry.
Okay.
Leave your weapons here.
Yeah, we'll leave the freeze raise.
Mm.
I don't know where that crazy chick went.
That's fine. We'll deal with it. She's not your concern anymore.
Well, I can tell you that I've met her here before.
Mm-hmm.
And I met her on the boardwalk, and I met her in South Parkside, so those are the 3 places that I've seen her.
Okay.
And I'm the one she's been working with the butterflies, so.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get the butterflies in any trouble. Because they're probably going to be police presence watching your moves now. I believe you can make the change that you want and do it peacefully.
Alright. I'll call my boys and I'll tell them to come home.
Okay.
If you see that, if that crazy lady wants to see you again, you let us know. And you don't have to show up. We'll go instead.
Who do I call? Do I just throw a big old stick symbol in the sky?
You can download the app.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that.
That's the most confused look he's had all day.
Yeah.
No, we'll just give you our
You-
number. It's okay.
You would be both.
And they'll skedaddle.
Okay.
And we'll take the freeze trays and I guess we could drop them off at the police station or give them the honey or something.
Alright, so what is your guys' plan as a team going forward?
Regroup with the others, I guess. Share information and... Yeah. Call the cops to check out the scene and
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the weapons.
pick up the weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, what is the so it's almost 10 o'clock. What do we do?
Well, we tell everybody thanks for watching, and we will see you every Monday, same time, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Bye!
See you next week.
Bye!
So come
Bye.
back next week if you want to find out what happened to the crazy lady with the ice powers.
Oh,
Yeah.
On wheels.
did you want to do the PSA?
I'm not. You're here for the PSA.
Okay. Are we going to ask the chat about that?
Sure. Chat, we've been
Okay,
kicking
good.
around an idea that a character from the show will do a PSA on a theme you choose. So if you guys have an idea, just drop it in chat. And if you want to see a hero do it, we'll do a brief scene. And if not, we'll kick it up next week.
Think like Captain America lecturing us about patience at the end of Spider-Man.
We're like G.I. Joe.
Or G.I. Joe.
Or G.I. Joe.
I'm going to try and make it
I
a
think we
thing.
put them on the spot. Put them on the spot. Look at them. They don't know.
I don't know, and I'm the one who's here.
Chance and sticking up to bullies.
Okay.
Done.
All right. All right. If there's someone picking on you, you should always stand up for yourself. Don't let them push you around, and try to use your words, because using your fists can really seriously hurt somebody.
The more you know.
Yes.
All right. That being said, we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoy the show, and thanks for hanging out and chatting with us tonight.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.